Hey there, Pickly Peeps, and welcome to day 7. Day 7 of our Building a Stellar Branded Lookbook That Sells series. Are you excited? You should be excited because today we put it all together. All of the magic, everything we've been working on for the past 6 days all comes together right now. So, that said, I don't know. What do you think? Should we just get started? We should just get started. Before we get started though, I have one quick request. Make sure you hit that like button if you've been loving this series, if you've been learning all along the way, and that's it for now. Okay, to the computer!
Here we go, Pickle Peeps. Let's do this. So I have here, I'm open in my Canva template. I have uploaded a bunch of images. Recognize here are some of the ones from our mini photo shoot last week. And I have a whole list of quotes here. I have Edgar Allan Poe quotes. I have Halloween quotes. We are all set to go. First things first, I want to make myself a cover page. This will be page 1 of actual products, but it's not the cover of my book. So what I'm going to do is simply click here on, that's add note. Here we go. Add new page, the one with the plus mark on it. And then I'm just going to move it up. So I'm going to click the up arrow here. And there we go. Now I have one page ahead of my numbered pages. Ta-da! And I'm going to go ahead and drag a photo onto this. Now I could absolutely use one of my photos on here, no problem. I could grab this one if I want. That's pretty cute. Or move it over. I could do that. But I think instead I want just one of my curated images. I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to come into folders. If you're on the free version, you're just going to go into your likes folder or the likes section, but I'm going to come here into my autumn curated. And I'm going to grab, I think I love this one right here. And that fills the page perfectly. So if I double click on it, oh, there we go. I can pull it down a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to add my text on here on my cover, which is pumpkin spice and hoe collection. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my branded font. And this one I can do in the fun font colors. Pumpkin spice and hoe. Obviously, I'm not going to have black on like a black background, so I'm going to go in here and change my text color to this warm orange. It picks up what the orange that's already in here from the pumpkins, and I like that all being cohesive. Okay, so I have my pumpkin spice and poe here, but it's taken up a lot of space, and I see a lot of space in between my lines here, so I'm going to shrink that by going up here. You can see the spacing. And I'm going to change my line height to 1.2. That's a lot better. I usually put my line heights at 1.2. 1 would be too condensed, it'd be more like paragraph text. And that needs a little something extra. So let's go ahead into elements and we can pull out, let's search for a frame. I don't want that kind of frame. I want like a line frame. I'm going to change up my search here and say line frame. And ooh, something like this. This would be a little bit gothic-y, a little bit fun. Oh, that's really cool too. You can see how that looks. It's too big for the space. Like if I didn't want to be able to see the skull there, it would work there, but otherwise it's too much. So I'm going to hit delete on that. I'm going to grab this one and see how that looks. Change up the color. Can make it white. And how does that look on there? That's not bad, not bad. Ooh. Or I could do one like that, but that might be, that's like too much orange. Oh. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with this and pulling in that white or lighter color. Ooh. I'm not seeing anything else in here that's really hitting me out. Like, I do like that. But this photo already has a lot of detail in it, so I don't think I need any kind of like corner flourishes. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Get rid of that. Ooh. Let's see how this one looks instead. This is gonna be the fun part. Like you sit here and you play and you try. I can get my text, but I can't. I get rid of that one and put this one on instead. I like the other one better. Okay. So undo, 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 undo. I can just get rid of that one. Okay. I am liking this. Da da da. There we go. Beautiful. I mean, you guys, you can literally lose hours trying to choose the perfect frame and all that stuff, and it's not necessary. As long as you give one that works, as long as it works, move forward, because you don't want to spend all your time. Like, this is how you'd spend 20 hours doing a single lookbook when you'd rather get it done in like an hour or two. Depending on how long your book is, it might take 3. I don't know. But anyway, there we go. Pumpkin Spice and Poe collection, da da da. And I might put on the bottom here by metals and pieces. I'm going to go into text, add heading by metals and pieces, which is my business brand. Okay. Go back into my info. I'm going to go ahead and make that text white. I'm going to bring it down here. Okay. There we go. Or instead of by metals and pieces, if we really want to be fancy, we'll say metals and pieces. Fall 2020. Boom. There we go. Now we're looking uber pro, and you can see why I don't like the numbers in this font, but it's okay. It's okay. And I could make that a clickable link if I wanted to, but I don't want to at the moment. Or if we want, we can put our logo in the corner here. So let's see. Let me go up to uploads. Actually, I have a logos folder, so I'm just going to go into logos. And I'm going to choose the white version of my logo, shrink it right on down, and it can go in the bottom corner here. It's also got the raven on it, so I'm not too worried about it being uber obvious. It's just, it's there on the page. Done deal. We have our metals pieces fall 2020, our pumpkin spice and Poe collection. I could make that bigger if I wanted to. Let's see. If I click on the text and then hold the shift key, it might be a different key for Mac. I don't know. And then see when I hover over the frame, it highlights. So as long as I'm holding the shift key, I can click on that and I can group these two together. So I could make this bigger and pull it over here in front of the skull, but I like it better the other way. I like it using up this black space. So this is going to come down to a little bit of learning your own preferences and what you like, because I like seeing that skull back there. Okay, moving right along. Page 1. See here. For page 1, what kind of focus do I want to do? I'm going to use these two guys right here. So let me go ahead into elements. I'm going to get out of my frames by clicking the X up there. And I'm going to go back into grid and give me a 2 for grid. And let's put this right in the middle of the page here. And go back to my uploads, and I'm going to grab here. I have a black and white, and I have a rainbow. You can see here that my photo is a little bit far back in this space. I want to make it take up more of the space. I'm going to double click on one of these and stretch it on up. Goody. And double click on that one and stretch it on up. Drop it down just a little bit so I'm trying my best to get them about the same size, and definitely use the grids in there to get things going the correct sizes or matched for you. So there we go. Those are sitting nice. And let's pull another square up top here. Let's go back into Elements. I'm just going to use the single. I'm going to pull it up top. And let's grab a 3-fer and put it on the bottom. There we go. So we'll have like a 1, a 2, and then a 3 panel. I like it. I have 2 products. I can use now a quote. I can use other kinds of images. I have here kind of a black and silver theme, and then I have a rainbow theme. So let's go ahead, go back into Autumn Curated and see what we got. What's cutesy? I could put some white board up top. And see how it's sitting, my raven is sitting right in the edging there. So if I go ahead and click on it, I get the image itself. I have the option to flip, and I can flip it horizontal. And now I have that stuff on the other side. I can pull it up so I have the 3 pumpkins in there. Oh, I like that much better. Good. And we can put on here, let's add some text. You can use quotes, you can use like slogans. I'm going to put a slogan on this one, so I'm going to say, stretch those spooky muscles. And I'm going to go ahead and put that back in my bell. And I can make it a little bit bigger. And we can set it. There we go. I like it kind of set on those. And if I want to finish this up part out, I could put a little floor up top. So let's go back into Elements and look for a flourish. Let's see. Give me something little. What do we got? That's too fancy. Give me something smallish and simple here. How's that one? Little. And it's still too fancy. Okay, maybe instead of flourishes here, maybe I'm thinking too fancy. Let's take a look for a pumpkin. And I can use, let's see how this one looks right here. Drop it down nice and tiny. There we go. That's better. Okay, actually it can go even smaller. Center, I just want it centered with the text. Sometimes it's hard to get it to give you the centering that you want. Like it's trying to center up the page there. Fine. I won't fight you anymore. So that's looking really cool. I have these. And now let's do something to pull in. So we got like orange on the top. I have orange in this one. So I want to put some orange down over here and kind of give myself a diagonal line going there. Think about your pages as creating shapes and lines. Let's see, what's in our curated here that could be really cool down there? See, that's an option, or we could put more pumpkins down there. Oh, I like that more. Or I like that even more, because it's playing with the lighter space on this page. Let's see, we have a white pumpkin like that. Let's do a medium pumpkin right there. And give me another one that's going to be even smaller pumpkin face. Give me another pumpkin right there. Ooh, and I even have a line going here, here, here. So I have a line like that. Ooh. Control Z, I'll do that little move. I have a line going kind of here. Not bad, not bad. The only thing I might do is there is a big color difference between my semi-white background here and this wood slatting. So I might try to make this one a little brighter. So I'm going to click on that photo and I'm going to come up here to adjust. I'm just going to increase the brightness a little bit. we increase contrast, it's gonna like blow out our pumpkins. So all I want to do is just brighten up that white a little bit. There we go. And that's better. So stretch those spooky muscles, and I have nice, like it blends in really well right through there. I'll take it. And there we go. There's a page 1. So the other thing you should totally have prepped is your links, if you want to make clickable links in here. So we can go ahead and add text, add a heading. I'm going to put this in my paragraph font text here, which is Open Sans Condensed. And I really like this font in for catalogs and lookbooks because it's unobtrusive. It doesn't bother anything. Okay. And I can go ahead and duplicate that and just put in here. And rainbow stretch bracelet. Okay, you just have your text selected, come up here to the 3 dots, and you're going to click on the link option, and you would enter your link right here. Silly me does not have my links prepped. Is the only thing I don't have prepped, but you would put your link in there, and then that makes that a clickable link. Just like we made clickable links on our footers. Okay. There we go. Okay, beautiful page right there. For the next page, let's do more of those square grids. I really like those. I think they're a lot of fun. Oh, and elements. Let's get back to our grids here. And I am going to put in here a square grid. Where's my, here it is. There's my 4 squares. I have that moved up so it's above my footer in here. And let's go ahead and grab here this one here and that one there. All right. And I can go ahead, of course, and brighten these up a little bit if I want to. If the slider is too fussy for you, you could always go in there and type in a number if you want just a little smidge of brightness. You can do that. So I'll have those guys across from each other, and then I'm going to do something different that's not products in the other cross. So I'm going to go back to my Autumn Curated. And on this grouping, I absolutely adore these cutesy pumpkin heads. Like, I want to do a photo shoot of pumpkin heads. I wish these were mine. And I like to have them looking in opposite, or looking either towards each other or away from each other. And these have some better like color saturation. Maybe I'll pull that one in. Okay, it's a little bit brighter. There we go. So now I have, again, my branding color is blue, but this collection has a lot of orange. It's very fall themed. So we have the orange going through here. And let's see, I'm going to actually move him a little bit over that way and create some empty space towards my center, because now I'm going to put another layer over top. Let's go into elements. I'm going to get out of grid, grab a square. I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees, shrink it down. So I just want it to act as like a cutesy center here. All right, there's, oops. If you can't get things like perfectly lined up, you might have to zoom in further. Okay. So like you have to go one more up. That is perfectly in the center there, because there's a little bit of white gappage in between all of these grids. It's actually the perfect center. I'm going to come back down to my zoom and just click fit so I can see the whole page in one go. And I think that color is yucky. So I'm going to go, I can do a gray. Maybe it's too bright. That's kind of light. Okay, I'm liking the dark gray in there. And again, I can put another image in here. And maybe because I have pumpkins and it's all pumpkins, maybe I will carry over that pumpkin. that I used before. Can make him a little bit bigger this time. So you can use even these shapes. You can think of like the hidden or the find kind of projects that are always really cute. Ooh, it's a little too high. There we go. I like that. But like, come on, you know, like the hidden objects kinds of pages or whatnot. So you could have a hidden element goes from all pages. That's a really cute thing to do with your book, and it's going to add cohesiveness. So then let's go ahead and add my text for what these items are. So I'm going to have, again, bullet earrings. Nobody criticized my product names. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my font. And if you figure out what you like for like a size and your font and whatnot, and you don't want to bother having to redo that whole thing, you can just click on your text. And then up here next to the trash is duplicate. So I can pull that down here and make that my pumpkin bullet necklace. Just widen out my field so it's all one line. And actually, I'm going to make this necklace picture bigger so that it fills up more space. I might do that a little bit with the earrings too. Let's see. There we go. That's better. Maybe I'll move my pumpkin up a little bit. Okay, much better. So there we go. That's a cutesy second page. No real room to put a quote on that one. So let's do another one here. Okay, so for this one, let's go back into elements. Let's go back to grids. I always start it on the grid. Oop. Well, let's see. Let's do a different kind of 4-photo one. Let's grab this one right here. Again, I'm going to just pull it up a little bit there. Ta-da! I'm going to go back into uploads. Uploads are where my photos are. And let's see. So for this one, I'm going to grab right here. This is from a photo shoot that I ran. So I like that. And if you see the photo itself, that kind of looks really cool carrying over with the skull right there. So I'm going to grab the same photo and pull it in. Don't be afraid. Like a really cool technique to use with these is to take one photo and just put it in all of the grids, but highlight different aspects of the photos. Like I'm not going to keep it little like that. I'm going to zoom way up until it fits the same size as that. I'm actually going to overlay it. Oh, it might be a little bit close enough to overlay. And we have it fell right in line with our photo right there. And now she is wearing, so she is wearing the owl necklace, which I can put in here. And she is also wearing the raven earrings, which I can put up here. Or if that's too much to worry about putting an image in there, not really doing it for me. So let's go back into curated. Let's get something else that's like cutesy and white. So let's grab that, see how that looks. Nah, too much detail, too cutesy. Let's go for something different. Like we could grab that one with the pages. That's kind of cool. Doesn't really do anything for the rest. Well, actually, that white carrying through is not bad. I could just put a straight white image in there. I could put a black and white style image in there. Grab something like this with the gray. Ooh, I like it with the gray. And we got candles this time because the gray is playing against her shirt. So think of colors in lines all the time. Also works with the owl necklace. So let's go ahead and put our text in for the owl necklace. And I'm sure you guys have really awesome, cutesy, spectacular names for your products. I know I do too. I just don't remember off the top of my head. So I could do it like that, or I could grab it and I could rotate it 90 degrees, and I could put this going up the side too. That works, but I like it the other way more. So just undo, undo, and then I can make that a link. And the other thing I think I want to do here is add a quote. So let's see. I'll come over here to my Halloween quotes. And here we go. I like this. I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. Copy. Back over here, we're going to add a text box. Oop, add a heading and paste. There we go. And now I'm going to make it my branded font. I know there is a way in Canva to set it so the fonts are always correct. I just haven't looked it up yet. I'm going to update my spacing, make it the 1.2. I mean, you have to judge with your fonts what looks best. And of course, we can't read that, so let's put a box behind it. Go back to Elements. I'm going to use that square again. Let's just kind of match it to my size here. And take it down this way. Oops. We can have a little bit of crossover, but not a ton, I don't want. Shrink that down so it fits. And I could keep that gray, or we can make it a more fun color. And let's carry through this orange tone that I've been using the whole time, or slightly darker orange. I like that more. Okay. And what do you think? There is that page. Remember, a lookbook is for creating emotion, and it's for being very pretty. So far we have 3 pages done, and I have featured 5 products actually in 3 pages. That's not bad, not bad. And let's go for another page. And for this page, let's really play around with grids. Let's go back into grids. And I want to show you what I mean, like how I would making interesting single grids. So let's go back down here to the 4. Where's our 4 grid? Shrink that down and lift it up above there. Let's see, how wide is it? 6 inches. Okay, I'll just get this down to a 6. Bring it up a little bit from the bottom. And we'll make it a little taller than it is wide. Okay, so that's pretty good. Go ahead to the single grid. I'm going to pull this one over to this side. Keep a little bit of gap in there, because whatever you're doing, like, make it consistent. So if you're mixing with grids and you're messing them up, then you better keep all of your lines even. Like, technically, I could drop this down a little bit. Okay, if I want to drop it down a little bit, sometimes it gets a little fussy. If I drop it down, I might then need to use my arrow keys to bump it up just a little bit. I can take this, drop that down, and I just moved it over 2 clicks to get it spaced over there. And then we have this spot up here, which is empty. We can put a photo in that spot too. So we'll go back to our 1. And just going to pull that over. So now we have a whole ton of stuff to fill on this page. Let's start with, you can always start with products or curated, that's up to you. I'm going to start with products. And let me grab here. I want, let's see, I have a necklace, matching bracelet, we got earrings, so that 3 is a set. I can pull another pair of earrings down here. Okay, that's pretty good. You can definitely see I do not have matching white balance on these. Let me see if I can just warm this one up a bit or brighten it up a bit to be a little bit closer in tone to my other whites. That didn't really help much. Okay, that's a little better. They're a little better in tone now. Okay, so I got those. And then let's put like something fun on our side here. So let's go back into our curated or your liked folder, whichever one you're playing with. And I really love this photo right here. And not that section of it. I really like that. And then in the top, let's grab here. Oh, let's get the book one. Okay. So we got a start here. Let's pull our pumpkin onto this page again. I don't think I didn't have the pumpkin on this page, but we had the pumpkin orange. So let's pull our pumpkin in because we have all this great framing work here, and then this kind of turns a little blah. Let's go back into elements. And once you've used a couple of things, you can go into recently used. It doesn't pull grids here, unfortunately, but I can grab my pumpkin and put that in the center right there on my grid. Beautiful. And let's do it. It needs something else. Let's add some arrows. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. I used an arrow recently, so I have this arrow that I like. And I'm going to make that arrow, that looks a little bit too close to black, so I'm going to use my gray. And let's make it smaller. I'm just going to take it and line it right up there. So I'm do that. Now I'm going to duplicate it and flip it to go the other way. Keep them all in line. And I can duplicate. How about we just rotate instead of trying to flip? I'm going to go 90 degrees here. There we go. Pull it up here. And then I can duplicate that, and now we can flip. Again, because we rotated, it's still flipping horizontally. And bring that right down here. Ta-da! Now this space looks really cool. If I wanted to have all the arrows pointing in towards the pumpkin, I could do that simply by flipping in that horizontal flip instead of vertical. What do we think? Do we like arrows in or arrows out? I think I like arrows pointed in. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put another quote on here. So I have this image up here, but it's kind of dark and not doing anything. So I'm going to add in a box, which is just, boxes are always in my recently used. This is part art, part practice. I'm going to pull in that dark orange again, but this time let's put a fade on it. So to put a fade on this, I'm going to come up here to where you can see like this grid thing that's transparency. Let's drop it down to like a 50. Okay, and let's grab another quote. So let's grab this quote right here. This is from Halloween Town. Who loves Halloween Town? I remember when that movie came out. We're going to add a text box, add a heading, paste it right on in there. I'm going to go ahead and change my font. And you can be better than me and go ahead and, you know, put the attribution for these quotes in. That's a good idea. Recommend that you do that. It says we have a lot of light in this. We have a lot of light in here. We have a lot of light down here. Let's go ahead and switch it up and make our font color lighter. And we'll just decrease our transparency some. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe it's too much detail. Maybe we'll go with our other branding font for this one. So instead of Infel, let's go with the Open Sans and bold it. There we go. Now we can read. Ta-da! How's that look? And you know what? I might take that photo in the back and lighten that up. Ooh. There we go. Okay, I had to move the other stuff to be able to get to that photo again. I'm going to adjust and lighten it up by like a 25, make it much brighter. Now I can pull my orange back in and my text on top. Ta-da! Ooh. And we'll add in some more text, which would be our products, and at least on one. All right, so there is that page. Is quite beautiful. And let's do one more. Let's see, what do I got to play with? We got bats. Let's do bats here. So we're going to go back into Element. We're going to go to grids. And let's do something like, let's make like a framework style image here. So let's grab a 3. Make that small. And then we can duplicate our 3 and put it down here. Let's grab a 1. Pull that out. All right, now we got some good spacing going there. Let's go back into our uploads and grab here. I really love this photo. No, let's try a different one. Let's bring in this photo. And she's got the earrings on. Looking totally awesome there. And now we're going to fill in probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with product shots. So let's grab this one over here. Okay. Grab this one right there. Or we could even put that in here like that and use that as a mini shot. We can do that too. And then I have this one. I really want to get it zoomed all the way in to really just be the mirror. Let me grab this white version of the photo to put up here. We can actually use this one photo. We can make it very large, and we can split it between the 2 grids. So we can do it like that. And then drop this one here. So now we've used this technique twice. Ta-da! So that's kind of really cool. And then this right here, I'm going to try to grab the top of this photo to put into that. Okay, there we go. That's about as close as it's gonna get. There we go. Cool, right? What do you think of that? So we have our crystal coming up in here. We got these 2. We have a whole bunch of different lifestyle shots down there. We have our cross going with the black. Not bad. And we can put in our text. These are simple bat earrings. And go ahead and change the font. That right there. Okay. And maybe instead of this photo right here, let's pull this out larger. Or maybe just take this grid and make it larger. We'll get rid of that grid. Yep. Oop. Sometimes your initial idea works, sometimes it doesn't. Put that down here. Let's make it a little bigger. I can drop you down a bit. All right, I want a bit more white space up top. We'll put in another, let's see, what do we got? Let's pull some Shakespeare on this one. So we'll do the double, double, toil and trouble. And we'll add another text box. This one's going to go up here. Paste this right on in. Okay. Change up our font and change up my line height so it fits a little better. Not bad, not bad. All right, so you guys get the idea here. This is all about making pages that are drool worthy. And we've gone over a couple of techniques. You definitely see, ooh, let's see if we can put our pumpkin in that page. Will our pumpkin fit anywhere here? Let's see. Back to elements. Recently used. Let's grab our itty bitty pumpkin. And instead of being on top of the quote, we're going to put it at the bottom of the quote. It would have been cute to use an itty bitty cauldron there too, but the pumpkin works. Okay, so there are 5 gorgeously branded pages. You got it all in there. So let's go ahead and make what would be like the ending of our book. So I'm just going to add a new page. It's not going to get really a font thing on it. Let's see, this is like the last page in the book is where I would put a coupon. You can put the photo of you. You can do whatever you want on here. So let's go. Let's play here with the frames section. I'm going to grab this one right here. Let's see, I don't know if I have a folder of selfies. I don't think so. I had one that's a save selfie. If it's not in here, then I will just grab the upload. Ooh, I like that raven a lot. Okay, so let's see. Let me use that for me. Let's grab these doors. Being a little creative here. Do doors. I could do a fun skull. I could do cutesy pumpkins. Actually, I do like the cutesy pumpkins. Okay, maybe we'll finish off with the cutesy pumpkins instead of the doors because it's got my blue in it as a branding color. We're gonna go back into elements. I want a circle frame, and then in that I'm gonna put a selfie. It's good to have a photo of you in here somewhere. I'll just grab this one, put it in. Following my series, you probably recognize this photo. Okay, so I am pointing in this image. Let's do some text. And we're going to say, thank you. We hope you enjoyed spooky fall styling. I'll say, we hope you enjoyed our spooky fall styling. Or say, thank you, enjoy coupon for this exclusive coupon code for whatever you want to make it for. Whether you want to make it a percentage coupon, a dollar amount coupon, a free shipping coupon, whatever. It's all good. Change that out to a branded font here. Make that smaller, bring it up here. Change my line height. Try to bring that so it's more in style with my photo there. I just hate those for a reason. Make it blue with, let's add a square behind that. Okay, now You can see my square is in front of my text and my image here, and I changed my transparency down. So I'm just going to click on it, and then when you click on position, that controls what is in front or back. So right now it's all the way front, so you can't move it any farther forward. So we're going to click backward and backward. Ta-da! And definitely can't read that blue. So let's make it a darker color, right like that. Good. Okay, so, and maybe I'll make that my standard font just because I can bold my standard font. I can't bold this one. Okay, that's a little easier to read. Okie dokie. That's looking good. And then you just add your coupon on the bottom. Let's go here again. I'm going to say, add another text box. All styles. I will add. Now I want to make this one blue, I think. Make my text white so it pops. And alrighty, let's put in our coupon code. And let's make a coupon code. It's going to be, let's say here, Spooky Delight. That can be my coupon code. And let's duplicate that, and we'll say expires, and then set your expiration date. If you want to say like expires in 3 days, you can always do that. I find that kind of hard to manage with my website, but I don't know, maybe your website can do that. I'm going to say expires and 31/2020. I'm going to change that to my other font. Okie dokie. Let's try putting a different backdrop on the page here. That might be the issue. Let me go back into my autumn curated. We can even look at backdrops here and see if there's something that speaks to you in backdrops. Like we could put a bokeh there. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Let's see how that looks. And that is not bad. I make you white or a gray. Get rid of the orange back there. I village my night scene a little bit. How's that look? What do you think of that? I like that a lot better. And like I said, you can like go through here and you can tweak your pages until the cows come home. Which for me wouldn't be long because the cows live across the street. But you get the idea. Oh, there's fire. That's cool. Nah, I like the other way better. So I'm gonna click undo. I kind of like the spooky town. Feel free to use one of your own images. Feel free, you can even leave this page blank if you want. I mean, it's fine. It's all fine. Oh, that, if you click on the colors up here, they'll just do a straight color. You could even echo your front page on the back. But so we have our front page, Pumpkin Spice and Poe collection. Then I have this right here. We have our next page. It's very, it's kind of going for a bit of a nostalgia sweet kind of Halloween or nostalgic. Which I love the colors in this one. That's why we pulled that to the front. And then we have, I love, like we have our pumpkins here. We have pumpkins all over the place. We have pumpkin heads. And this one, we love, we pulled the green over in here. We have the gray lines with that. We have our owl necklace and a couple of quotes. But you can see how all the pages are a little bit, they kind of flow into one another a little bit. So hopefully that gives you guys a couple of ideas. Once this book is done, I will link it in the description below so you guys can kind of see the finished product. Happy making!
How was that? I mean, is your mind blown? Are you just like brains all over the place? I mean, it's Halloween, so we can say brains all over the place, right? It all works. I hope you really enjoyed this super series on building stellar branded lookbooks. I hope you are now, well, I don't hope, I know you now have the exact toolkit. You have the precise methodology to build your own lookbook, whether you were doing it along with me, click by click, or you were taking notes and now you are ready to go. Or you just watched it once all the way through and now you're gonna watch it again and follow click by click. You can do that too. No worries, no worries. Because I mean, this process that I showed you right here is the exact process that I used to make this. Now, I know we're all working on digital lookbooks right here, but the same rules apply if you decide you wanted to do a printed book. Da-da-da-da-da. Isn't it pretty? And in the back, isn't it pretty? This is really a wholesale catalog, but still, it does the same thing. See? Pretty pictures that tell a story, right? That create a mood, an atmosphere. You can apply this process and all of these rules to any of your graphic design projects. And come on, with the world of social media and everybody having to run their own websites and stuff, graphics are everywhere. You are doing graphics all the time. If you have a set rule list to follow, like you do now, it makes it so much easier. If you have set parameters of, your fonts, your colors, your shapes to use, it makes things easier because there's fewer decisions you have to make, right? Fewer decisions means you can move faster. There's less room for deliberation. All right. All done. I am off my soapbox here for branded lookbooks. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you go down in the comments, boop-a-doo, even more than commenting, even though I would love for you to comment below, but let me know what you really loved about this training. Let me know when you have amazing results and books, but there's something we can do that's a little bit better than that even. I mean, still comment, please, still comment. You guys know it. I read every comment. I respond to as many of them as I can. And it's not like generic responses. I respond to your comment on there. You've seen this already. But I think we can do a little bit better. Like, how about a Facebook group? Huh? Are you guys excited for that? I've started up the Handmade How, home of the Pickle Peeps, Facebook group so that we can all share our lookbook creations. If you want to put in screen captures, if you have extra questions for me, if you want to, definitely everybody share your lookbook so we can all cheer you on. So that's number one bonus. Bonus number two, like some follow-up videos now that you have made your lookbook, because everybody told you needed one. What's the tech side of what we do after our lookbook, right? So I have 3 awesome bonus videos that'll be coming up, over the next 3 days, boop, 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 where you can get like that final bit, answer questions like, what if you want your book in print, right? And like, what do we do with that discount code at the end of the book if you did a discount code there, along with other questions. That's going to be in the next 3 days of videos. And I think, Pickle Peep, that is enough for today, isn't it? All right, I will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye.